Hey friends, we're back again for our second round of support talk. I'm Kirsten Womack of Move with Mac.
And I'm Mac.
I was going to say this is my handsome husband Mac of Move with Mac.
All right now.
And last week we talked about the difference of support between men and women. So this week we're going to talk about what support looks like. And one of the ways I think we miss support, like people are supporting us, but we miss it because we expect it to look different than it is, right? So I did some support for Mr. Womack this week with something simple. But he brings the trash in every single week, the can, after it gets dumped by the truck. And so he was gone. So I ran out there and made sure I got that trash can back to the side of the house before he got home. And how did that make you feel, Mr. Womack?
I was very surprised. When I pulled up, I was like, hold on, what? The can is back over there? And then I smiled. I said, wow, she pulled the can back for me. That was really cool. I appreciate that. I appreciated it.
I appreciate you. And then one of the ways he supported me this morning, I begrudgingly went to the garage and did weights. I really try, y'all, to get those weights in, but I don't know. There's something about it. But there was a point where I just didn't want to do it anymore, and you encouraged me. You said, just do 5 more, just do 5 more. And so that helped me. That made me feel supported. So, like, when we think of support, it's those small things that make me feel good and make me feel supported. I mean, what do you feel about support? Do you see how you kind of might overlook something when it really is support, or no?
I don't know if I overlook anything because I don't ever look for support too much. I don't look for it. So I don't really overlook it. When I get it, I'm surprised or I'm happy to get it. But I don't really look for support too much. I mean, I know that you're going to do what you've always done, or what we've talked about, and you're a woman of your word. So we had a conversation before we got married of what we expect.
Yeah, that was important. So if you're not married and you're engaged, have that conversation.
Please, and don't pull no punches. So I didn't expect anything more than what she do. But when she do all extra things, just like pouring in the trash and stuff like that, that was just awesome for me. But I probably came in and said, hey, why you do that? I'll do that. I was going to do that. But at the same time, it made me smile because it was back. But one thing you don't know about how you support me is you held me accountable. And I knew I was going to surprise you with that. You held me accountable to make me a better man, to be honest.
Aww.
So you didn't know.
I sure did.
You didn't know that, a lot of the times or whenever you would say something like, you can't walk away from that. You gotta step up or you can't quit, babe, or something like that, which I don't quit often, especially when I get on something. I'm like a wild dog with it. But, you held me accountable a few times, and that made me a better person. So,
I love you for that.
I knew you weren't going to be ready for that.
I sure wasn't. Even brought a little tear in my eye.
It just it made me a stronger person, and it made me a better person. So that's a big support thing for me. Like, just being held accountable for whatever. I'm a very structured, very, very structured person.
I'm not.
So if anything is off, and if I'm forgetting or not doing what I'm, used to doing, and you say, hey man, no, what you doing? You know, that I feel that's holding me accountable. Or you might just be just like, hey babe, you forgot something or you're correcting something. But I feel that it's holding me accountable, and I really appreciate that. So
sometimes
that's support to me.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I didn't even really look at it. I don't look at that as support.
Right.
But it really is. So support shows up in many ways. I guess you just have to take the time to step back sometimes and realize that that's what your partner is doing, is they're supporting you, even though sometimes it may feel a little tough. And sometimes support can be rejected, like when I try to take the groceries in. I don't know why he don't want me to take the groceries in, but he'll be like, I got it. But it's just my small little way of showing I can help you. I can do this too.
Okay, I get it. I mean, I do give you the light bags.
Yeah,
I don't want you like carrying stuff that you don't need to be carrying. Or I ain't gonna say you don't need to be carrying, because if I wasn't around, you have to carry it anyway. Right. But at the same time, I'm around, so
right.
You just take what I give you. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. So, just to wrap it up, I guess this is a small way of showing appreciation for the support that your partner gives you, talking about it, sharing what you're trying to do. Maybe when they try to reject it, let them know you're just trying to show support. So we hope you guys have enjoyed our new format here on YouTube. We're going to continue with it. If you missed last week, go back and watch that video. I'll put it in one of these corners on this video. But we just really appreciate y'all tuning in, and leave us a comment. What have you either overlooked as support and didn't recognize as support, or what are you giving as support that you know that your partner appreciates? And with that being said, like, comment, and share this video. It helps us out.
Please subscribe.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks, y'all.